Week 1 of college football was full of surprises, and in this video, me and James give you our breakdown of the biggest surprises from all the action as we live react to Bill Belichick and the UNC Tar Heels getting blown out on Monday Night Football by the TCU Horned Frogs. If you haven't done so already, make sure you are subscribed to Big Game Energy on YouTube, and also give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok.
Dude got railroaded, and his specialty is defense. Makes no sense.
I don't know, man. This UNC season, I don't think it's going to be much of anything now.
Well,
I'm going to overreact to week 1 against TCU.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, dude. Before the game, I saw like 5,000 reports. They're saying like a lot of players like not feeling the system or whatnot. And I'm just like, man, somebody blowing smoke. I was thinking like everyone's lying, like people trying to get on Bill Belichick. But right now, you got that bozo Gio Lopez friggin', who I thought, as a transfer, yeah, he's not the best transfer in the world, but what he did at damn South Alabama, he'll be able to do something in the ACC. It's not the Big Ten,
South Alabama.
Bro, you'd be surprised how many times I bet South Alabama. Bro, South Alabama was a wagon betting the line,
Dude,
bro.
I aspire to get on that level of college football love like you do, where you're watching South Alabama, brother.
Dude,
That's wild.
Dude, what it does, before NIL ruined almost everything. It started from like the bowl games. Like before NIL, that's when you really get to watch these teams, and then you like anticipate, all right, if they're returning all their stars, this is who I'm gonna freaking like. For example, like I watched the Tulane game for like 5 seconds against Northwestern because I was like, this is a odd like matchup, and homeboy from BYU just like cooked in the first half, and I was like, dang, Tulane might be the Group of 5 team. I was out here saying Liberty was, and Liberty struggled.
You don't disrespect New Orleans.
I know, right?
20 years. Disrespect New Orleans.
Oh yeah, dude. That dude was so pissed off.
He was so mad. Dude's like, hey man, maybe just honor them another week. Why are you so mad about having to honor? Like, I get it was like the anniversary or whatever of that whatever happened. I don't know the lore. He was so mad.
Bro, he was so mad. But my whole thing is like, dog, come on. I get it. It was the 20-year reunion. But you not about to act like no bitch like this 21-year, 22-year, 23-year. You go act like this in the 25-year, bro. Like, come on, bro. It's like you do that like on the media, do all the pictures and imaging as like the honor, bro. You did it over a white jersey. That's what you wanted to wear, a white jersey.
But hey, if it motivated his team and got them ready to play, I guess he ain't gonna be mad. He's a winner this weekend,
bro.
How have you been taking all this SEC slander? I've been seeing on the timeline all over the place. Lots of SEC slander from us ourselves.
I'll say it like this. It is very shocking. And what's crazy is that it's really Alabama. It's nobody else. Like from Texas standpoint, I'll only say it like this. Whoever thought handcuffing Arch Manning was the right freaking idea was the dumbest move I ever seen. Like, dude, you're telling me, bro, all freaking 6 months leading up to this, bro, dude already had some game experience. Dude already played Georgia and Ohio State previously. Dude already played these teams last year. And this dude just like not prepared to play against Ohio State, who, mind you, Spence, did jack crap, bro. Texas defense did everything on earth, bro. Like Julian Sayin, who was a 5-star from Alabama, did nothing. Jeremiah Smith did nothing. And you had the game in your hand. Like, what's crazy? No bullcrap, Smith. Depending on how Ohio State plays the rest of the season, if they were to play on a neutral site like today, Texas would be favored because Texas screwed the pooch so bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie to you, Spence. I'm not saying I don't believe in Arch Manning, but I didn't believe he was the number 1 pick in the NFL draft coming in or whatnot and that shenanigans. But there's one thing, bro, that I don't think he can be real successful in. And you tell me this. How many quarterbacks you've seen with his arm mechanics, how he cocks that damn ball like it's a baseball? Yeah. I don't see nobody throw the way he does. Yeah, Matthew Stafford does his little sling. Yeah, but he doesn't throw like that all the time.
That seems like he's been shuffling through those Madden and EA college football animations and customizing himself to be like that. Because I know exactly what kind of mechanics you're talking about. Because I'm thinking about that one throw.
I forgot what. He threw it behind him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the exact throw. It was a third down. He threw it behind his receiver. His receiver made this like crazy acrobatic attempt to try to catch it, couldn't one-hand it and bring it in. And then the broadcast was like, "Oh, wide receivers got to bring that one in." And then they're showing the replay, and the dude's like, like just stretching out all he can. And I was like, no, like we got to be honest with ourselves. That was Arch.
It was all Arch.
I felt like everyone was disrespecting Ohio State's defense indirectly by just putting all the blame on Arch, because
no,
I think Arch will be fine, but that is a nasty defense Ohio State's got there.
Oh my god,
that is Caleb Downs. He's a safety that could go in the top 4.
Oh
top
yeah,
5. That is a safety, and safety should not be drafted that high, in my opinion. Typically, like the last time we saw that was what, like Eric Berry and Earl Thomas. I remember people were talking about Kyle Hamilton as like the perfect safety prospect, and he didn't go until teens, right? It was like 12 or 13, something like that. Now, in hindsight, if we did a redraft of that draft, Kyle Hamilton definitely goes top 5 because he's amazing. Let me ask you this too, James. I want to put some respect on the Big 12 conference's name. So I feel like no one really looked bad except for maybe Kansas State having trouble with North Dakota. But other than that, I feel like everyone in the Big 12 has looked really good. BYU looked like a wagon. I know they didn't play the highest competition, but you won a game 69-0. They dropped 69 points, so they're going to have a nice season.
BYU 69-0, Texas Tech 67-7.
Yep. Yeah, that Texas Tech game was interesting. I didn't know this was a thing in college football.
And Iowa State 55-7.
It was like 48-0 at halftime, and then there was a weather delay, and it was such a blowout already. Tech and I think it was like AR Pine Bluff, they agreed to play 2 8-minute quarters to end the game. I didn't know that was a thing.
You know what's crazy? Dude, okay. So there have been rules like that. Like I've seen games like this, and they'll switch it, be like instead of 15-minute quarters, do 10-minute quarters because the game's over. But dude, if you're a betting man, you have to watch out. Dude, I've seen tickets get voided because, for example, like games don't finish past like the 52-minute mark because they'll cut the game by a full 10 minutes.
Oh, so if you bet the under on that.
So if you bet, for example, like the spread or the over, they'll void it because they didn't technically play a full
goodness.
Dude, and I would be pissed off, dude. That's why, like, some of these games, bro, imagine doing a 6-point teaser on a Pine Bluff at like plus 61, bro. They would have covered, bro, because they lost by 60.
Man,
but
that'd be tragic.
In all honesty, yeah, week 1 is so hard. I will give credit to the only team out of the Big 12, TCU, what they're doing right now against North Carolina. But I'll give credit to Utah. Like, I know UCLA is not no powerhouse. They played sorry ass Nico. I'm a leave for some more money, and I'm
gonna leave you.
I'm gonna leave you. But other than that, yeah, no, Big 12 is decent right now. Like they'll be a fun, and it was like what I mentioned in my first video. The Big 12 is so wide open. Like I kid you not, like
it's gonna be chaos.
Like right now, if I had to pick, like looking at week 1. It's probably going to be a 3-way tie between Tech, BYU, and TCU. 4-way tie with Utah. And I think those are the top 4 teams because I just don't. I mean, yeah, Iowa State beat the dog crap out of South Dakota, but I still don't believe in Iowa State or Kansas State. Like, I just don't. Like, there's something about those 2 teams that I'm just not feeling. And, like,
I don't know. I think Iowa State might be cooking something this year.
What's crazy is that Iowa State's going to be freaking like, because Matt Campbell does this all the time. I mean, they were just in the Big 12 championship, and like, of course, they got slaughtered by Arizona State, and it was like
slaughtered,
bro. I felt so bad because I was like, bro, I bet Iowa State to win that game too because I believed in Matt Campbell, and then when they got slaughtered, I was like,
slaughtered. Is that shellacked and slaughtered put together?
I would say the best game out of the Big 12 this week, of course they lost, was that Georgia Tech Colorado game. That was such a good game. But Colorado's about to fall off a cliff, dude. Caden Salter, dude. Well, hold up. I'm not going to blame Caden Salter. I'm going to blame Dion for that last possession. I don't know if you watched that poor time management.
I missed that part.
Okay, it was like Georgia Tech was either going to win by a field goal or they were going to go to OT. and their defense allows Haynes Keene, who, hey, they should be barking the ACC title game, hopefully. We score, so it's 27-20, and it's like, kid you not, Spence, it's like a minute and 17 seconds. First play of the game, wide receiver screen goes behind the line of scrimmage. I was like, that's the play we're starting off. And then Caden Salter runs, and as he runs and gets down, there's like 55 seconds left. Dion doesn't call a timeout. So it goes from 55 seconds all the way to like 32 seconds. And then the next play, Caden Salter is scrambling for his life. So it goes from like 32 to like 14 seconds in 2 plays, really. So from 55 to 14 in 2 plays. And guess what he does? The next play, Spence. I'm not kidding you. Caden Salter throws a Hail Mary with 18 seconds left. And how much time does that waste? All of it.
That is some Big 12 football right there.
And he does it again. So he does 2 Hail Marys. And I was like, how on God's earth did 4 plays run out 55 seconds? And he never called a timeout. It was so bizarre.
I'll say this. I want to point this out also. I love making early overreaction takes like this. So Arizona was expected. I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in the Big 12. They got a pretty convincing victory over Hawaii, a team that took down Stanford in week 0 in upset fashion. Can I just say, after week 1, just based off of that, Big 12 over ACC, logic checks out.
Big
right?
12 over ACC.
Big 12 over ACC. And look, we got TCU smacking UNC right now. I know Clemson and Miami going to carry the weight there.
I'm going to go
top to bottom.
Right this minute, I will pick Miami, SMU, Georgia Tech, and Clemson.
Man, I feel if SMU played in the Big 12, they would be viewed the same way.
Oh, yeah. But I also got to give credit to Florida State.
That's true. They made a statement. That was a big statement.
I've never seen a midget walk his talk in my life. And that Thomas Castellanos.
Dude, he looked good.
He did look, bro.
He looked good. There was no answer. The Tide could not stop that man.
Dude, he was so crazy. He was like, I think it was like the first half, his stats were like 9 for 10 for like 100 and whatever yards. And he had like a 50 something yards rushing. It was stupid insane. But no, I'll give the edge to the ACC, even though Spence, bro, I don't know why dude, the dumbest thing these people did all year, Spence, was glaze Clemson, bro. The whole time, bro. Like, dude,
Cade Klubnik's gonna win the Heisman.
He's gonna win the Heisman. They're gonna win, bro. These people had Clemson winning it all. And I was like, bro, what did y'all see from last year that we did not see? Because if you include last year's games and this year's game, dude is 0 for 4 against the SEC. 0 touchdowns and 7 picks.
Dang.
And dude was supposed to what? Don't get me wrong, LSU didn't look that good either. They trailed most of the damn game, and then, yeah, they won at the end. But at least LSU's defense looked like LSU's defense. Like,
what about as we look forward to week 2, James? What are some of the big matchups you're looking forward to in week 2?
Week 2. Man, you already, matter of fact, you got me damn rolling already. Let's see. Godly, matter of fact, I'm not about to do all FBS right now. Let's see what's top 25 right now. Let's see. No, boring. The usual under bowl, we got Iowa versus Iowa State. bro. And right now, Iowa's the underdog.
Give me Iowa State. The way they're playing right now to open the season.
Iowa State and the under. Just give me Iowa State and the under. And you know what's crazy? And I'll be the idiot. And I'll do a 6-point teaser and make Iowa State the underdog. But give me 47 and a half points. Dude, no way. SMU and Baylor should be a good shootout.
That'll be my test right there. That's going to be my test and my take right there. We're going to get another ACC versus Big 12 matchup. Oh, my gosh. TCU just continues to put it down. No. Oh, poor Bill. As we record this, TCU's giving them a whooping.
Hey, guess what? Hey, overreaction. Yo, Bill Belichick and Kalen DeBoer, y'all just get fired right now, bro. No, really, of course, Spence, the only game of the week is Michigan and Oklahoma, where you had obviously 2 new quarterbacks. Bryce Underwood, you know what's crazy, bro? Bryce Underwood looked good at the start, but somehow they like mediocre pedaled against New Mexico. But I will say Justin Haynes, the Bama transfer, he ran the ball So if he can have that same running ability against Oklahoma, who, Oklahoma be whoever they beat just last.
Illinois State.
Yeah, they didn't even cover the spread. You suck. Hey,
Good teams
good teams win.
Great
Great teams cover.
We know this.
But like they get it at home. And right now, Michigan's a 5.5-point underdog.
Really?
46.5 total over under right now.
And
yikes.
I'm a Sooners guy, but I think I'm picking Michigan in that one.
Bro,
that spread, I think I like Michigan.
That spread and the style of game, like if they run the ball, because other than that, we don't have really any real good, interesting games. So the only one's Michigan, Oklahoma, and I would say Baylor, SMU. Another interesting game for me, Spence, is going to be South Florida at Florida. Obviously, we saw South Florida played 17.5-point underdogs right now against Florida. I really do think South Florida is going to cover the spread because Gainesville is a swamp, but it's not like what Boise did. They usually play in Idaho and came all the way to humidity. Tampa and Gainesville, they're effing the same temperature. I think South Florida is going to cover the spread. I don't think they'll win, but they'll cover the spread. And you know what, matter of fact, screw you, Army. I'm looking at, I might just pick Kansas State to blow you out by 100 points.
Yeah, I think I'll ride with you on that one because Army screwed me over also.
Bro, Army screwed literally the chalk.
Everyone got screwed by Army.
Bro, like 15 point at home. Okay, look, Spence, when I do my chalk parlays, I don't do no road teams. Like, I am trying to get the most favorable situation. I want effing my home team as the huge favorite because worst case scenario, you don't cover the spread. Who gives a crap? Just win me the game at home. All that bull crap that happens on the road, like what happens to Alabama, I don't want none of that.
Right.
I don't pick Bama in my parlays on the road. I don't pick anyone on the road. I always do home. But I will say this, Spence. I know he had a slow start, but dog, I'm not going to say I was the only one that said this, but dude, I know I was one of the few like last year or like year and a half ago that was like, dude, just get Sellers. Somebody get South Carolina Sellers, Lenore Sellers, bro.
I like Lenore Sellers, dude.
Bro, he is everything. He's everything that we all expected freaking Anthony Richardson to be. But dude's actually having game experience and like actually a baller, dude.
He's definitely going to be in that conversation with Arch and Nussmeier and Drew Aller, and it'll be Lenore Sellers in that conversation for top 10 quarterback. But y'all let us know y'all's reactions to week 1 in the comments down below. Who was the biggest winner? Who was the biggest loser? And we'll be back with you next week after week 2 for the same thing.